Hello, I'm Troy Ziegler. I'm going to start out by asking a question. What do you do with a successful product that was helping patients, but it's no longer available because the business behind it failed and was shut down? I'll answer that question a little bit later, but first I'll tell you about the product. It was a device to assist treatment of dysphagia. Dysphagia is characterized by difficult or painful swallowing. It's a very serious condition associated with aspiration of food and liquid into the lungs that can lead to pneumonia and other very serious health problems. It has multiple causes, but often is just the result of age-related muscle weakening. Left untreated, the patients can require feeding tubes or surgery. The product had a lot going for it. It addressed a large multi-billion-dollar unmet need. Dysphagia affects over 9 million people in the US alone, and the number is growing as the population ages. Over 2 million of those people could benefit from the device. It was a Class 1 510K exempt device. This is the easiest regulatory path. It had 2 issued patents. There were multiple clinical research studies demonstrating multiple benefits, including one in the VA hospital system that showed 67% fewer pneumonia cases. This is the best part though. The product already sold $2 million in revenue before the company was shut down. The therapists who we talked to that had used the device continue to say that it's better than anything else they have available, and they're asking for it back. So with all that going for it, what went wrong? Well, you had a management team that had basically no startup experience. Among many missteps, they tried to commercialize a prototype that was designed to use in the clinical research studies, but it was not meant for commercial use, and it was not designed for scale. So when they tried to scale it, it proved very difficult and costly to manufacture. They saw a large amount of scrap product. They saw frequent failures in the field, and they had very low margins. The investors eventually lost confidence, and they pulled the funding and shut the business down. So our answer to the question I posed at the beginning is to start a new company, acquire the IP, complete the redesign of the device, but this time do it with an experienced team. We are raising $750,000 to get the company to break even cash flow. Thank you.
Thank you, Troy. Nice job. I think you did a good job outlining what happened and how you solved for that. One of the questions is, has the market changed at all? The need for this product, and is there anything that you all have needed to respond to with respect to that?
Yeah, the product redesign is almost done, and that incorporated feedback from the therapists of the previous device that was used. And, oh, they turned that up. So the timing isn't, it's only been a couple of years. And even just a couple of days ago, we've been talking with some of the therapists, and the story's the same. You know, the products that they have available are inferior. They really liked this product, you know, besides that it failed a lot and it had other problems, which we basically fixed with the redesign. They're very much asking for it to come back.
So as a follow-on to that, with your focus on the VA, are there specific clinical indications for this? I mean, I know we're talking about dysphagia, but is this largely with the VA stroke related, aging related, and then how do you apply that to a broader market opportunity?
They had a pretty good cross-section of indications that led to the dysphagia. The problem with that one study that I highlighted there was it was mostly men, which you would expect from, you know, an older population in the VA hospital. But they did have a pretty wide cross-section of indications leading to the dysphagia.
Tell us a little bit about the sales of the device and consumables. How does it work and how repeatable it is?
Yeah, so our launch strategy is going to be to focus on the VA hospital, where we know we've sold $1 million into a handful of VA hospitals. We know there's demand, and there's also a payment system available that was used before that we can use again. That device, it's specifically designed for our launch. So it's a minimum viable product that we're going to sell into the VA hospital, the hospital system. We can get to break-even cash flow and profitability with just that minimum viable product. That gets the company to a position where we can then step back, we can conduct more clinical research, and we can do product development for the larger audience. Now that may, for the larger CMS based reimbursement, it might be some capital equipment in the clinic and some take home. We don't know exactly what the best design for that larger launch into the larger market is, but we'll be a profitable company by that point, and we can make those decisions.
So you've got a modification of the Silicon Valley fail early, fail often with fail early, fail everywhere with the business aspect. Do you think you have it down now?
Yeah, the things that went wrong were really, these are not, I don't want to say amateur, but they did a lot of things wrong. And, the three of us, we have experience with startups. We've all had success. Yeah, we can fix those problems. These were not difficult things to do right. Thank you.